Hello everybody, Ark Nova here. Getting back to some more Let's Play Trails in the Sky, the third and final chapter of the third. Well, after we left off, we learned the truth about everything. Rufina, Kevin's past, and we got thrown into Gehenna. Strange powers overflowing from the orb. Now we're gonna be on our way out of Gehenna. Oh boy. Well, they're all preemptive strikes now, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Go! Dash out!
Alright, here, I gotta use space. Spam dark matter.
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Yeah, sure, Heavenly Sphere, let's do it up.
Take that! Sorry, but you had to.
They had to die. Indeed, I agree. Tabernaculum. Cosmic Gear. Massive defense boostage.
Take that! Sorry. Take that! May I... Stay alert. This ain't over.
Easy peasy.
Take that! Take that!
Oh, pitiful souls.
What the hell is that? Kevin Graham, you son of a bitch. How dare you? Oh, is that Weissman? What? One of the heretics I killed, huh? Damn right I am. I'm Owen. The first of so many lives you claimed. Owen? He was a bishop in the Congregation for Divine Worship. He was also one who hired those Jaegers to attack Astor House. All as a pathetic act of revenge after being exiled for corruption. Him? Like he says, he was my first target after taking on my role as heretic hunter. Never thought I'd have the chance to see your ugly mug again. How's it feel to crawl around in this flaming pit for all eternity? Unable to even die to break free from it all. It's hot. It hurts. I hate it. I hate it. It's hot. I hate it. I hate. I hurt. Hate. Help me. Hot. Hate. Pain. Hate. Help. Hot. Hate. 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 Help. Hate. Hot. Help, 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 help. What a pitiful sight you are now. Well, hey, I guess you've suffered enough that I can put you out of your misery. No more heat or suffering for you. Just a quick death and eternal rest in the grimoire.
Let's end this.
End it we shall.
I'll save you.
Ay!
I'll save you.
O heavenly servants of the goddess, come down and
Brass gear
purify
mode?
your just flatten the earth if thou art truly some guardian.
Spear mode. Oh, man. What was that all about? Why didn't she recover?
Goddess, have
Why didn't she
mercy.
recover? That was weird. No, it's gotta be probably from part of her S-craft.
Stay alert. This ain't over.
Well, it would have been nice for her to have power from there. Kevin. Alright, let's keep this up. I doubt we're near the exit just yet. We can't dawdle here for too long. Agreed, no dawdling.
Take that!
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Indeed, her thanks to thee and me.
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Alright, so far so good. Does he have a feed anywhere?
Eat hot out!
That'll work.
Ay!
Freaking auto
pitiful
CP up is
souls, may you
such
rest
a
in
powerful accessory. Let me freaking tell you guys. Bestly stick. Oh, wait a moment. Alright.
Take that!
O pitiful souls,
Freaking so I accidentally went the right way? Damn. Hate when that happens. Bajra. Red Seal and Mute, huh? Yeah, why not?
Goddess, my thanks.
Alright, getting a lot of good shit here. Yep, just making my way out of Gehenna. Don't mind me.
Take that!
Oh, pitiful souls, make
The wobbly rainbow.
Take that! Take that!
oh, pitiful souls. Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Shine sphere. What the heck's this? Prevent sleep blind freeze, huh?
Stay alert. This ain't.
Oh, Kevin, we don't need to stay alert. It's easy peasy. Gah! Gah! Please let me eat you. I'm so hungry. A child? His name's Elmer. He was a young boy turned into a flesh-eating monster by a fanatical devil-worshipping cult. They did it all through a ritual involving artifacts. I tried everything I could to save him, every kind of thaumaturgy I could think of, but eventually the only option was to put him out of his misery. No. I can, right? You both look so tasty. So go on. It won't hurt. You didn't deserve this, kid. But I'm not gonna blame Adios either. If you want to resent someone, resent me. So let me put you at peace. Put you to peace a second time. No, I don't want to die. I just don't want to be hungry anymore. This shit just got really
Let's
dark.
end this. I'll save you.
Go! Stand down! Goddess,
Good
Damn.
job.
have mercy.
Keep it up.
I didn't want to get out of bed for a week after that one. How times change. This is practically another day for me now. Kevin! Why? Why have you been trying to deal with all this on your own all this time? You could have at least talked to me. I chose the path I walked by myself, Reese. What right do I have to drag others down with me? Especially you. Nah, that's not why I didn't talk to you about it at all, is it? I think more than anything, I was afraid. I didn't want you to see me trying to hurt myself, to punish myself. I was afraid that if you did, the bond between us would be severed forever, and that thought alone was too much to bear. Yeah, I bet that was the real reason. I was right, you're stupid. You're the stupidest person I've ever met. Couldn't you use something a little more affectionate? I called you a dummy before, right? That one's cute. Although, I guess being stupid suits me. You dummy. You blockhead, you half-wit. That's an impressive collection of insults you've got in stock. You okay now, Reese? I'm fine. You don't need to worry about me. I'll do all I can to get us out of here. So I don't want you to worry about me. I want you to rely on me. Okay? It's hard to rely on you when you keep dying. In the midst of battles that I need you alive. So you can get experience points and be stronger. Where the freaking hell is poison invention? Mirror. Alright, Spark Mirror is immune to physical. What? How am I supposed to kill it then? Oh, she was just a regular guard thing.
Take that!
Now she has no dex to actually hit the enemies. God dang it.
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest.
Purgatorio. Dragon Boots.
Take that!
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Somebody learned something, but I'm just mashing through. Oh, she leveled up, so it's fine. So then she learned something. Oh. Kind of mirrors this one. Haunted is haunted magic.
Ay! Goddess, my thanks to thee.
And D thanks to ye.
Take that! Stay alert.
Yeah, you better freaking
This
run,
ain't
you
over.
jackass. Sapphire necklace. Yeah, I don't care. She should be healing a decent chunk when I'm running through this.
Take that!
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
May you piece the rest.
Take that! Take that! Sorry.
Oh, pitiful souls.
Grail locket. Perfect. Haunted mirror.
Ay!
Nice.
Take that! Stay alert. This ain't over.
Alright, so far not too bad. I'm so sorry, Kevin. Mother, I failed as your mother. But I'm so tired. So tired. Mom? Is this? At least this way. At least this way. The two of us can.
Go! Infinity Arrow!
May it back.
She is a ghost.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Stay alert. This ain't over.
Lots of stuff. Damn, that would hurt. Kevin, you know, if this place and everything in it was seriously what I wanted for myself, then I'm probably the biggest masochist who ever lived, don't you think? You don't need to force yourself to talk, Kevin. Sorry. I suppose this moment had to come sooner or later. I've been running away from Mom's death ever since that day I lost her. Always so desperate to look away from it all. But now I feel like I can finally accept what happened. You're sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Let's get going, Reese. There will be plenty of time to be sad after we get out of this place. Right now, we need to concentrate on living long enough to do that. Okay. I ship it. I ship the hell out of it. They make a great couple.
Take that!
Yeah, I'm not gonna dick around with the death blow. With a death blow on there.
Take that! May it back. Good job. Keep it up.
Freaking just tons of S-Craft spam, man. I love it.
Take that!
That's gonna suck. That's also gonna suck. Oh, yeah, it really sucked.
Take that! Good job.
Alright, now just a straight shot to the edge.
I'll save you. Take that! I'll save you. Take that!
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
Oh, Vanish ate all of her EP. That's a little annoying.
Take that! Take that! Good job. Keep it up.
Alright, so far these pretty easy.
Take that! May it. Good job.
Oh, pitiful
Yeah.
souls, may you
Freaking Kevin
rest
getting 5 CP anytime anybody takes a turn is just freaking absolutely wonderful. I almost feel like I should set his S break to freaking Grail Sphere. Just keep infinite block spamming crap while people beat some ass. This game's music is just also just stellar. Oh, we're at the exit. Or is it a new entrance? The gates of Gehenna. Those gates are distorted but steadfast, serving to keep the living and the dead apart. Yeah, they've been accurately realized for sure. Too bad the Chessmen don't give us any clues to how the two of us can force them open. Haha, nor do you have any chance of doing so. Who was that? About time. A pleasure to see you again, Kevin Graham. I never thought we'd have the pleasure of meeting face to face again. Certainly not at a place bedecked with so many delightful peculiarities. I figured you might show up eventually. With this place being full of people I killed, you rearing your ugly head was almost a given. Who is he? He's the biggest sinner the church has ever been unfortunate enough to have in their ranks. The bishop of the Congregation of the Sacraments, who went on to become an anguist in Ouroboros. Georg Weissman, the demon I put an end to half a year ago. That's him? Not discerning your identity was truly my most careless blunder. I never suspected that the priest before me would be the one to inherit the long vacant position of Dominion. Life does so love its surprises, doesn't it? Well, that was the point. Me being a Dominion was deliberately kept a secret so that I could serve as one of the Congregation's trump cards. Of course, the truth's out in the open now, but that's a fair enough price to pay if it means you're dead. The Congregation always were a cunning bunch. They created such an elaborate scheme just to take out poor little old me. Was the plan conceived shortly after your stigma first manifested? No, I'm sure it was. And after that, it was merely biding your time till you could make your move. With a Dominion, the Salt Pail, and a carefully designed game plan on their side, the odds of me escaping with my life were woefully slim indeed. You're right about how cunning they are. In that sense, you were probably just as right when you called me a damn dog. I was fine with being that way, too. How respectable of you. I must admit, I am astounded. I had carried out plenty of my own research on stigmas and their capabilities, but I had no idea a genuine article was capable of quite this much. What are you talking about? I suspect that deep down you already know the answer, but it is my deepest pleasure to elaborate. The Gehenna in which we stand is a reflection of your latent desires that you already know. But more specifically, the cause of this is your stigma. Huh? What do you mean? After the Oriole's disappearance, Phantasma was thrown into a state of great confusion. After all, Phantasma was the Oriole's subsystem. Without the Oriole to control it, it was like a ship whose captain had suddenly vanished, lost. To calm its own confusion, Phantasma sought a new master who could take the place of the Oriole and control it. Specifically, it chose the person with the deepest trauma from among those close to the Oriole when it vanished. Its decision made, it found the stigma that exists deep within you and made a copy within itself. That stigma then manifested your latent desire, Gehenna, here in Phantasma. And that is how both this and the Lord of Phantasma came into existence. Kevin. Well, I suppose that's enough exposition for now. And now that we're clear of all the confusion, I have a proposition for you. One that will allow you to resolve all this without a single loss of life. A tantalizing prospect, no? You can do that? Really? It's quite simple. You need only to cast away your humanity, nothing more. Your stigma rose from the ashes of immense despair and guilt. What better way to deal with the situation than to become a being that is not burdened by such worthless emotions? To become a truly self-supporting superhuman, capable of controlling every facet of themselves. You're insane! That's no way for people to live! Yet it is the goal I obsessively pursue in both life and death alike. My research into stigmas was but a part of my efforts to achieve it. My efforts with Joshua may not have borne fruit, but you are so very close to reaching it. And once you become a superhuman, you will be able to fully control your stigma and emerge as a new Lord of Phantasma. Silence, faceless! Stop trying to deceive him with that forked tongue of yours. Please, I am doing no such thing. I only presented a modest proposal at best. No, not one word I've said is a lie, I swear it. You could argue that I might feel resentment towards him for being instrumental in my death, but at this point that matters little to me. Everything pales in significance in seeing my long-cherished ambition realized. I abandoned the church's teachings and joined Ouroboros in pursuit of creating a superhuman, and now I finally can. You're insane. It's alright, Reese. You don't need to keep defending me. Kevin? I'm glad to see you understand me. I always knew you would see sense in the end. It's hard to disagree with the fact that I need to be stronger than I am. It was my weakness and my cowardice that led to taking Rufina's life in my own hands. It was my weakness and my cowardice that led to rejecting Mom and allowing her to die. And now it's those same two qualities that have led to Reese and the others getting thrown into this mess to suffer. All of those things are on me. All of them. But you're absolutely right. There's no need to despair any longer. You have it in you to overcome such weaknesses. Follow the path I've opened to you, and they will be a thing of the past, a mere memory. That's one option, sure. A good one, too. But sorry, it's not the one I'm going to be picking. Man, I'm even more of a loser than I figured. Even now, I just can't bring myself to forget the taste of the chocolate I had that day. What? When Rufina and Reese found me, I was crushed beyond measure. I thought I'd never be able to stand up again and overcome the despair I felt. That's why the bitter yet sweet taste left such a strong impression on me. It's why it gave me strength to move forward, even knowing how many hardships awaited. Because for every hardship, there will be just as much joy waiting for me. Kevin! So, sorry, Faceless. This thing ain't gonna work out between us. Heh, very well. I'm not about to force you to change your mind, but let's see how far such pathetic sentimentality will take you when your lives are placed in mortal peril, shall we? No! Astarte Rostrum. We have faced both Guardians of Gehenna's gates at once this time round, huh? You may be at Dominion, but surely even you realize you don't stand a chance of winning here. Not when you have to worry about that girl with you. Well, having any second thoughts? Don't you dare listen to him, Kevin. I'll be fine. Don't let worrying me stop you from doing what's right. Well, you're right about our chances of winning. 2 high-ranking devils, and you against just the 2 of us? Things aren't looking so hot. At least that was before I knew I'm not the man I once was. What? Ah! Ah! Kevin learned the Escraft Sphere. This is a space element attack that hits all foes on the field, especially effective versus devils. Ah, sure, forget why not. Wow! Impossible! What is that? This is the other side of my stigma. It's light side. It's been there all along. I was just never able to see it until now. How can this be? Seems like I owe you a word of thanks, Faceless. Turning down that deal you threw out has finally allowed me to gain a little confidence in myself. As a token of my appreciation, you can be the first one to see what I can do, as its victim. I always knew you were nothing more than a dog. Fine, have it your way. Let's see how much of a difference a change of color makes against such overwhelming odds. I welcome you to try!
How does that?
Dark Matter X, huh?
Oh, heaven.
Take that!
I did nothing. Oof.
How does that? I'll save you. Not enough. down.
That was annoying.
Not enough yet. Hope. I'll save you. Take that!
Nice, good stuff. Well done. But as long as Phantasma exists, I will never die. I'll always be watching you from here, Kevin Graham. Watching to see just how long you can continue to desperately play tough before accepting the reality around you. Desperately play tough, huh? I wish I could disagree. What do you mean? Kevin! How are you? Are you alright? I'm fine. I think I just overdid it some. Again. I'll be okay, though. I won't flop over like I did last time I pulled this. Not after I've made my mind up to finally face Rufina head on. Good. Still, we might have beaten them, but we're not really in the best condition here, are we? How are we supposed to get that door open? I don't think we're enough to get it to budge. Yeah, but we've come this far, we can't just give up. I think we're going to have to destroy it. As usual, you mind if we at least try something else before resorting to rampant destruction? Besides, I think this gate is the most important defining structure down here. What makes this a replica of Gehenna more than anything? I can't see it being very easy to destroy. Hey! That sounds like... Is this a joke? Oh my god. Gilbert. I've never been so happy to see someone in my life. And once again, you go out of your way to defy logic. We found you in some weird-ass places, but this one has got to be the weirdest of them all. How did you get down here? His presence is a little more than suspicious. You're not working with Lord of Phantasma, are you? The Lord of what's it? No, forget it. We don't have time to chit-chat. We need to run now, or we're done for. Huh? Was that roaring and the sound of flapping wings? A lot of them. Ah! Are those Zevils? They're not as high ranking as the two we just beat, but they're no slouches either. How are we supposed to take this many on at once? Do something. This is your responsibility. I don't want to die. Not here. And you think we do? I sure don't. Damn it, I used too much of my Sigma's power. We gotta at least try and give these two an opening to get away, but how? Stay back! Stay back! Kevin, I don't think I've got much of a choice here. The crew! Kevin! Reese, are you okay? Thank goodness we made it. But how? What is this place? Hell? Oh my, this looks like a one-to-one replica of Gehenna. My compliments to the designer. Nice to see you two hanging in there. I see we're in for a fun time. Why the heck is Gilbert with you? You guys! Why? After you fell down here, Celeste was gracious enough to search for your location. And thanks to you having the cube with you, we were able to find it. She finished connecting a path here only moments ago. This door will take you back to the garden. Really? We appreciate it. I can't believe my luck. Anyway, the talking can wait until later. We'll charge in and try to force an opening in their ranks. You take that chance to break through and get through to the gate. Hurry! Thanks. Truly, thank you. Then shall we begin? A most thrilling dance with devils awaits. Righteousness shall be victorious. Fall before the blade of Evander. Let's do this! Right! Really? That was it? I'm in. Alright. If that was it, that was it. That's about the long and short of it. In other words, all this, everything that's happened, is my fault. All of you are victims who had the misfortune of knowing me and getting dragged into this. No apology is sincere enough, but I'm so sorry for what you've been put through. I'm not following. Why, I heard all you said, but I don't think you've got any reason to be that sorry. Come again, Estelle? Based on what we've learned, Phantasma choosing a new master was an inevitability, and something it would have done whether you were there or not. As such, after it lost the Oriole, something like this would have happened no matter other circumstances. I agree. Phantasma would simply have chosen someone else and created a different world as a result of the trauma that lay within. The thought that you might have been chosen is nothing short of terrifying too. Everything that has happened to us in here so far is nothing compared to what we would have endured had that come to pass. Oh, Mueller, your words are like the sweetest kiss turned frozen upon parting. Do you have that little faith in me? You want your one and only? Perhaps everyone here would have been drawn into the most ravenous feast the world has ever seen. But nothing more than that. I'm scared. I'm just disgusted. You're a special degree of creep, you know that? I want no part of any feast that comes from out of your brain. Count me out of this one. I can't help but feel you guys are kind of missing the point. Well, don't take this as me trying to defend you or anything, but in a sense, it might have been a good thing you were chosen over anyone else. How do you figure? I'm lost as well. Your stigma is obviously very powerful, and it's capable of exerting a lot of control over things. Enough so that Phantasma as it now exists is... Enough so that Phantasma as it is now exists in a state of order. But what if it had chosen someone else? Would the world have been able to maintain order then? It's possible that Phantasma would have been unable to contain the chaos that ensued and gone out of control under someone else. Is what you're essentially getting at, right? I knew you'd understand, Joshua. If that happened, a whole lot more people might have been caught up in this. Not that I've got a problem with lots of guests at a tea party, the more the merrier. Come on, Ren. I think you're the only one who'd be having fun. She's right. I don't think we've got any reason to beat yourself up over this. We're all very different people from very different walks of life. But right now, we're all here sharing a common destiny. Yeah, in times like these, we've got to help each other out, right? Besides, this place relates to the Oriole, which is the Pearl's problem. From my perspective, you're a victim. I couldn't agree more. As such, Kevin, we would appreciate you continuing to lead us as you have done so far. It's time to truly bring an end to what was started half a year ago. What can I even say? First, I'm stupid. Then Reese pulls off the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And now you guys. This must be the biggest group of idiots in all of Zemuria. I swear, you wouldn't find a more gullible, naive bunch anywhere on the continent. I was happy to use each and every one of you for my own devices right to the very end. So how can you be so... It's alright, Kevin. Sometimes you just have to know when to give in. And you're at that point right now. Your luck ran out the second you got stuck with us. Got stuck with you mean. Spending too much time with pushy, meddling do-gooders who don't know when to quit like you is bad for anyone. You want to say that again? Well, all of those things describe you to a T. That much is true. They certainly do. I think they're your good points, though. Yeah, so do I. I think Estelle's rubbed off on all of us at this point, and that's not a bad thing. Thanks, guys. Group of idiots is right. We're smack dab in the middle of a shitty situation here, and you wouldn't know it by looking at us. With a team this spectacular, what do we have to fear? There's a chance we might even overthrow the Erebonian government if we put our minds to it. Need I remind you that's not something the Erebonian prince should be saying out loud? Alright, I know when I'm beat. We're in this together. And this time I actually mean that. Got it. We're happy to have you with us. Anyway, at least now we know exactly what we need to do here. We need to defeat Rufina, the Lord of Phantasma. There's no getting around that. Unfortunately not. Indeed. With that said, just where is she? You didn't encounter her in Gehenna, did you? She disappeared immediately after the two of you fell down there. That's a good question. I think it's safe to say she wasn't down in Gehenna with us. If she had been, she would have shown herself at some point. Yeah. But then where is she? I believe I can answer that. Celeste? Didn't realize you were here. I can't thank you enough for saving our hides earlier. Truly, I doubt we would have been able to get out unharmed if not for your assistance. We're both grateful beyond words. I was more than happy to help. All of us here are in the same predicament, myself included. You can even think of me as another one of your companions if you like. Naturally. What kind of answer are you thinking you can give? Ah, yes. It took some time, but I was able to ascertain her current location. What? Really? Is that what you've been working on all this time? Yes, it is. During my investigation of the 7th plane, I was able to gain an understanding of the layout and contents of Phantasma as a whole. I also discovered that the Lord of Phantasma isn't in any of the planes, rather she is outside of them. Phantasma consists of more than just the planes? What's it like outside of them? Think of the planes you've been exploring like a giant, multi-layered structure in the center of Phantasma. They're all you have known up until this point, but this world consists of more than them. That said, the rest of Phantasma is just a vast, barren wasteland at this point, abandoned and devoid of life. Hard to picture without seeing it for myself. Do you know where in this big, abandoned wasteland she is? Because if it's that vast, just knowing she's there probably isn't going to help us much. I have a relatively good idea where in it she is, thankfully, although that doesn't solve the core problem. I fear the word vast doesn't do the scale of the wasteland itself justice. I believe it's roughly the size of the continent where you live. It's the size of Zemuria? That is going to pose a problem. Crossing an area that massive on foot would take months, maybe even longer. Do we not have any other means of transport that we could use? I'm not sure my power would be of any use to you here. I can't place monuments too far from this garden, for one thing. Even if we did commit ourselves to trekking across the whole thing on foot, without the cube's power, we couldn't come back and resupply. Trying to take several months' worth of food hardly seems realistic. Well, this is the tough one. I can only think of waiting for her to come to us. What's up with you, short stuff? Got something on your mind? Well, I was just thinking, why not use the Arsail? Or what? The replica we encountered in the first plane? Yeah, this world is supposed to react to the desires of people in it, right? So while that Arsail might not be the real one, it looks just like it. Everyone here is pretty familiar with the real thing and how it looks. So it seems like a ship we could all picture flying easily. Maybe if we all wish for it to fly together, it might actually happen. Sorry, I'm being silly, aren't I? I don't know what's gotten into me. This isn't something an engineer should be saying. I don't think you're silly at all, Tita. In fact, I think that's a fantastic idea. You do? It does seem like the easier something is to imagine, the easier it is to have it realize it here in Phantasma. And both you and Julia are familiar with the exact structure of the Arsail, while most of us here have seen and been on aboard it. This might actually work. There's clearly no rule saying airships can't exist here either, given that we've already been on the Black Ark. Well, Celeste, do you think it would work? The Arsail was a ship used on board the Liber Ark, I believe. That if I were to feed the image of it flying then back into the system, I think this may actually be possible. If all of you are on board, the White Wings will take to the skies once more. We can really make this happen? I can't believe it. Well done, Tita. Totally, you really outdid yourself this time. Wait a second. Does that mean we won't be able to make the Bobcat fly? There's a copy of that here, too. Oh, you're right. How many of you are familiar with that? Crap, forgot about that. I think Josette are the only ones who have actually flown in it. Shara, Olivia, and I have technically been in it, but that was just a stowaways. Yeah, that was back when we were investigating that airship hijacking. What a fond memory that adventure made now that I look back. I'm not sure what the odds of success would be then. That's a rather small number of people. I think it would be wise to focus on trying to revive the Arsail first. Oh, okay. Still, sounds like a much better plan than trying to walk there on foot. We should prepare for departure at once, then make our way to the Arsail. Don't gotta tell me twice. We'll have a lot in store for us if we're able to make this work. However, I should warn you all of one thing. Once you have flown the Arsail to the area where the Lord of Phantasma waits, that will be it. You will be unable to return to this garden ever again. Please be mindful of that. Never? Not even once? Because we won't be able to use the cube's warp functionality anymore? Correct. Using it to warp is only possible when you are within a certain range of the garden. Go outside of that and it is no longer possible. So before you depart, I would ask that you make absolutely sure you have everything you need and are ready for whatever you may find there. Good to know. It wouldn't hurt to do some extra training then. I don't doubt we're all gonna have to play our part in the things to come. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't mind getting in some exercise myself. Wouldn't want to wind up being the one to drag the group down. This will be our last opportunity to open the door scattered throughout the plains and take anything we find too. It's probably best I step down as leader for the time being then. If you're just door hunting or trying to get some extra practice in, I'd only get in the way. If anyone else wants to learn how to use the cube or fill out my notebook, I'd be happy to teach you. Just let me know. Just be sure that when the time comes, we leave with no regrets. Right! The Future We Dream Of, Chapter 8. Let's do this!
No problem.
Here we go! Roger.
So let's see. There's a few things we gotta do.
All right. Understood.
Alright. We're in game equip, the surprise when she summoned her friend. So while it may have been possible to do so, unexpected acts like that in this world take a serious toll on you mentally and physically. I would suggest not doing anything like that more than you have to. Well, okay. I'm satisfied as long as I have powder out or anyway, so I've got no reason to. So I suppose I can do what I'm told this one. Not many people get scolded by someone who lived here 1,000 years ago. I'm happy to hear that. Alright, so let's go test some things. I did open all other doors, except for this one, and door 15. So, I don't know where door 15 is at. But I've done everything else. So, we'll, one moment. So, we're about to unlock the Abyss, the optional dungeon. The area Kevin and Reese fell into is not the only part of the seventh plane that exists. I've discovered another, much more vast area there. I also have reason to believe that it's filled to the brim with devils, as well as highly dangerous. Nonetheless, I placed a monument down there to serve as an anchor should you wish to explore. You should be able to warp there using the cube. The Abyss is now accessible. It is now possible to warp to an area on the seventh plane through the warp menu. This area contains countless powerful enemies, devils included, making it the perfect place to efficiently level up your party members. Which is exactly what we are going to freaking do. So we're gonna tackle the Abyss, or some of the Abyss, maybe all of the Abyss next time. Needs to be an Onyx gem. Another Onyx gem. Because him being faster is always, his speed is always good. I want Zin to be super tanky, so that's what I built him against. Alright, everybody. This is Ark Nova playing Trails in the Sky the 3rd. Until next time, stay cool.